Welcome to Uncle Ricky's house.
The senior senator from Alabama and an alleged racist piece of shit, Tommy Tuberville. Y'all.
Marine Corps is without a confirmed leader for the first time in 100 years. A confirmation is being blocked by a Republican senator.
Yo, it's me, once again, Uncle Ricky. Look, we got to talk about Tommy Tuberville. I've talked about him before, and I've never said anything nice about him, and I'm not going to say anything nice about him right now, because Tommy Tuberville and his ignorance and his desire to be a MAGA superstar is about to, well, not even about to, he has already done the country damage that it's going to take some time for us to recover from if it doesn't lead us into an incident that we might not recover from. And what I'm talking about specifically, and you probably have heard if you've listened to anybody's news, right or left or in the middle, Tuberville is holding up the selection, the promotions, the appointments of individuals, officers in the United States military. And right now, we don't have an actual commandant of the Marine Corps because Tuberville will not approve the appointment. We're about to not have a chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff because Tuberville will not approve the appointment. We have other lower ranking officers in the military that don't know what to do because they don't know if they're going to get promoted. They don't know if they're going to get transferred because they don't know if they're going to be approved for the positions that they're being transferred into. And this is disrupting the entire command structure of all the military forces in the United States. Now, the question you may ask is, why should one one maybe not totally qualified, no, I'm gonna say it. Why one ignorant son of a bitch can hold the United States military from his seat in the United States Senate? It's because he's a senior citizen from Alabama, senior senator from Alabama, and he says that he's trying to teach the military a lesson. So you're gonna put the country in danger to teach the military a lesson by disrupting the entire officer level chain of command for every branch of the military. What sense does that make, you super patriotic claiming idiot, senior senator from Alabama? Tuberville understands the importance of cohesiveness among leadership. He was never in the military, but he was a freaking football coach for him. Maybe not the success. Maybe he doesn't really understand. I don't know. But he was a freaking football coach for like 40 years before he ran for the seat in Alabama. Now, the reason he says he's doing this is because the military is too woke, and he's other, right-wing MAGA conservatives have picked on a lot of different things, but Tuberville is saying that the military's position on abortion is too woke. It's weakening the character of the country. Currently, the United States military, for active duty female members that require abortion services, because the military medical departments do not perform abortions unless it's a life-threatening situation. In other words, it has to be a complete emergency for them to perform an abortion. They can do it. They got the medical facilities and the training to do it. They just don't do it. But what they will do if active duty female personnel choose to terminate their pregnancy, they will pay them for the time off, and they will pay them to travel to a clinic to get an abortion and to return back to base to resume their duties. Now that only covers active duty females. Doesn't cover the spouses, the wives of male active duty. That's considered a family problem, a family medical emergency, and even though there is dependent medical care, that has to be taken care, that has to be handled as a family thing. So, in other words, if you're stationed in one of these backwards moving, anti-progressive states that are anti-abortion and have every law in place to basically eliminate abortion under any circumstances, that means you got to come out of pocket to go somewhere to get the medical treatment that you desire. That was legal all the way up until last year when the far-right Supreme Court overturned something that had been legal precedent for 50 years, just to show that we run the damn country. Tuberville's jumping on this train, but his little stunt, his little action, and everything they do are stunts, all the way from their fake ass congressional hearings to this Tuberville stunt, are just done to basically screw with the minds of the people of America. But this stunt in particular is dangerous because the military is not just the military has been around since the country has been around. The country wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the United States military. The United States military has overcome and dealt with everything from battle to social change. Everything that this country has gone through, the military has gone through it on some level or another. Now, that being said, Tuberville says it's all about the military being too woke. Tuberville says he wants to teach the military a lesson that they got to obey the laws of the country, of the United States. Well, abortion is not prohibited in all 50 states, and the members of the military come from all 50 states, so they may not come from a state that is anti-abortion. And if you get stationed in a state that is anti-abortion, and you want to have an abortion, what can you do? That's why the military has the policy that it does. Tuberville doing this, it's more than just being about abortion. He's using this as an issue, as a wedge, but the damage that he's doing, it may be irreversible. That's why I don't get when these Republicans scream about being super patriots and law and order. Right now, they wanted to fund the police. They wanted to dismantle the FBI because the Department of Justice is persecuting an allegedly, maybe even treasonous former president of the United States. Everything is good when they can use it as a weapon against somebody else, but when their own rules and regulations come back to bite them in the ass, they want to move the goalposts. They want to change the rules. Tuberville's former football coach, 40 years. He's never been in the military, so maybe that's what he's trying to do, move the goalposts. But there's some things going on that really don't make any sense for him to be doing what he's doing. Back on the super patriot thing, the Republicans want to wage war on somebody really bad, whether it's bomb Mexico to wipe out the cartels, to stop the flow of fentanyl across the border, or whether it's just putting troops on the border to gun down migrants if they cross illegally. Or wage war on China. That's a big. They got an itchy trigger finger when it comes to China. But here is this Republican senior senator from Alabama disrupting the military over abortion. That does not make sense. It's hypocritical. All the Republican MAGA party is basically hypocritical, and it's proven it every day. But one thing that maybe we should consider, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, that's Milley, is leaving. He's stepping down. His replacement is from the Air Force. He's also black. I don't know if the race thing, and I don't want to put race into everything, but why? This is one of the major appointments that Tuberville is holding up. And I think we all know by now, by Tuberville's, history, by his more recent public statements, especially post January 6th and leading up to the last election and blase this and blase that, and stuff he said recently, that maybe Tuberville may not be too happy about the Joint Chiefs of Staff being a black man. I don't know. There's also some supposition that maybe Tuberville is anti-females in the United States military. But I think women have proven that they belong there, that they can function there, that they can contribute to the welfare, the maintenance, and the proper operation with an expectation of success of all branches of the United States military. So what the hell is Tommy Tuberville doing besides being an ignorant racist? Well, I don't know. I don't think he knows either. If you know, hit me up, let me know. But until then, peace out, God bless, from Uncle Ricky.
Agree that white nationalists should not be serving in the U.S. military. Is that what you're saying?
If people think that a white nationalist is a racist, I agree with that. I agree they should.
A white nationalist is someone who believes that the white race is superior to other races.
Well, that's some people's opinion. And I don't think,
That's not
a lot.
opinion.
Pardon?
What's your opinion?
My opinion of a white nationalist, if somebody wants to call him white nationalist, to me is an American.